Calling in the bitch, calling in the witch, calling in the boss, bad bitch with boundaries, calling in the sensual queen, the woman with big dreams and big desires who is not afraid to speak her truth and call in what she wants and not give so much fucks about what people think of her. So, hello Instagram world, hello sisters. It has been a while. I am feeling inspired today and have been feeling inspired for the last while to reclaim and return the bitch archetype into this space, an archetype that I have been navigating personally for quite some time, and noticing the layers and layers of what it means to face the fear and the shadow side of the nice girl, the good, obedient, people-pleasing, perfectionist, pretty little girl that many of us young women were conditioned for centuries to be. And what it then means to actually break that fucking shell and discover who we are when we're not accommodating everybody else around us, living for other people's dreams, silencing ourselves, being afraid to be fucking big and bad and bitchy and rich and crazy and sexy and all the things that make us the multi-dimensional complex woman that we are. And something that's come through very strong, and the way that I work, the way that I offer my services to women is through experience and tuning into what is present in the collective. It's no accident that I have multiple women coming to me and complaining about relationships, about codependent dynamics, about not feeling like the chosen woman, not feeling respected or honored, and falling into the immature feminine, the needy, anxious, self-doubting feminine. And what does it mean, and how do we collectively support each other as sisters to activate the queen, to activate the woman who loves herself so deeply that it is not a question if she gets chosen by some man out there, but actually chooses herself inside every moment of every day. Yes, and what does that mean? What does that look like? It's a journey. It's a journey, and it requires support. It requires commitment and devotion. And so I've just completed and closed a container of incredible women who are now stepping into facilitation and really activating their witch, actually, and being those women who are here to heal, who are here to be of service. And now I feel like I'm stepping back into the realm of the bitch, the woman who wants to be successful, who believes that she has something to say, but has felt completely constricted and oppressed, really, by a system that has not given her the right or the platform and pathway to that expression, whether it's religious shame, whether it's cultural traditions, whether it's family, friends. I mean, we've all experienced as women what it means to morph ourselves into something that we're not. And when I look at how this dynamic plays out in relationships, or how it plays out in bank accounts, in how you work and how you earn money, it all comes back to the same thing, and it's your magnetic frequency. Self-worth, valuing yourself, owning who you are, creates a vibration that literally magnetizes men, money, beauty, sensuality, peace into your life, because you become an expression of truth, of who you are. There is so much fucking bullshit out there. I've had to watch myself with how depressing it can feel to go into this platform and see the numbing that is taking place, the extreme media hijacking of our time and attention, and how can we infiltrate these spaces and bring in truth and bring in valuable content, valuable service, so we can really awaken to our essence. And ultimately, at the end of the day, like, all I'm really interested is freedom and living and expressing a life where you get to just be who you want to be. And it seems so simple, but yet so many of us are holding ourselves back. And so I want to create a space where we can look at the subtle layers of what this means, and how can we unlock our voices, our expression, our ability to say no, our ability to call out bullshit in the world. I know so many powerful women who are still not confronting behavior that is destructive, that is oppressive, that is problematic. And if we don't take responsibility for our voices and for our truth, things aren't going to shift around here. And as I step into new layers of wealth, I'm doing this Wealthy Women Collective. I've got a retreat in Joburg coming up. I'm doing retreats in Europe this year. I feel like as I step into more of an abundant wealth sphere, it also brings with me this strength, this dignity, this desire to empower and awaken more women, to invite us all to be living a life of gorgeous luxury, whatever that means for you. Luxury can be choosing how I wake up every morning and not helping facilitate somebody else's dreams, but actually choose my own and commit to my own. It can be, spending time with the weeds and the plants and committing to serving the soil and making beautiful, natural, offerings. There's so much, and I just wanted to come on and speak to my sisters who are going through this discomfort around feeling unworthy, or feeling like they don't have clarity, or they haven't been chosen, and they're still single, and they're wondering where and why am I not receiving the love that I know I deserve and desire. And so all I can say is, rather than getting into a desperate and needy place and coming from that energy, we can take this time and redirect the love and uncover the shame that's made us doubt ourselves and made us prioritize other people and try to be something that we're not. Yes, so there's a lot to it. I feel like I'm going to, as I always work, it comes through in experience, in intuitions, in just living and being and putting myself out there and calling in women to come and join on a masterclass, on a session with me where we can really be honest and speak our truth and our fears and what we're going through, and through that create a beautiful opportunity to own that bitch and to share the essence of what that actually means in the body. I'm doing a trauma-informed training and really understanding the somatics of women who've been through experiences of violation. Almost most women I know have been violated. And so how does that impact your ability to be a woman who owns her voice, who is safe in her body, who can say no when somebody is in her space? So many strong, confident sisters, including myself, still have our boundaries crossed when we are out there in the world. And this is bullshit. And it's time that we vocalize when we feel violated, when we feel like our space, our physical boundary is being crossed. And the more we step into this confidence, into this realm of, solid core, calm dignity, there is an energy and a vibration that does get sent off into the world, and it awakens the other side, where the oppressor, where the hunter, the abuser gets to witness actually what it means to be around a woman who owns her space, her body, her bank account, who is independent and can make choices for where she sees herself and her dreams, and not just be this sidekick, but actually really take ownership of her life. And I've been going through a lot of unraveling of the mother wound, the core wound in our lineage as women, around what we have to navigate generationally in our bodies, the trauma of what our grandmothers went through, our great-grandmothers, and to actually be living in a world where we have the time and space to face these traumas, these subtle experiences where we now are navigating actually what does it look like to be a boss bad bitch in business, where I'm not having to morph into a man and work in a corporate environment and, deny my body and my cycles and suffer under that system. That's not what we're talking about. The Wealthy Woman Collective, which is a retreat and a membership that I've created with two incredible women, is all about redefining wealth. What does wealth mean as a woman? Because we can't talk about the bitch and boundaries if we don't talk about our bank accounts and the reality of what it means to be financially independent, to be secure and safe at a basic level, so that all these other things can fall into place. The slut doesn't arrive unless she feels safe. I can't step into the slut archetype with you until I know that my actual physical boundaries have been established in a way that's still agile and movable and allows pleasure, allows surrender. And I've been experiencing this in partnership so much, the nuances of speaking my truth, of finding that I want to fight instead of realizing like actually all of that controlling and nitpicking is because I'm afraid. Like, I'm afraid of being hurt again. I'm afraid of opening my heart again. I've been hurt so many times, and to unravel that betrayal and that mistrust and start to really, at the end of the day, trust myself. Trust that whatever the fuck happens and whatever, I can't control what a person does. I can't control how my partner is. I can love and we can love each other, but if we become those types of women that are so hard and trying to survive in this world, we never open to the softer, surrendered parts. But it requires a level of deep self-respect and dignity and trust and understanding of how whole and worthy we are. Because from that space, we are unfuckable with. We are unable to be, taken advantage of, because ultimately the most important relationship is the one with ourselves. And in this last minute before 15 minutes, I will say that my birthday feels, as I step into my 30s, like this clarity, really. This clarity on, what it means to be a woman who's been through so much, chaos in her 20s and is looking for and feeling that state of stable ground. And I'm just excited to share with you the process of how I get to the offerings that I get to, and how they're very much lived experiences. And this archetype of the bitch, this support in the body, in the bank account, in our boundaries, in our ability to follow our dreams, is this next phase. So keep a lookout. I'm excited to share more with you.